We're getting busy today, and I've got a lot to catch you up on. Maybe another long video, so get a snack, get settled in, because here we go. We're starting again now, and here is the map. I think we've got room for one more day. No, we don't. We don't have room for one more day, so we're going to start on this particular map right here. All right. Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. Okay, we're gonna go on the house map. This is the overhead of her house, which is 5820 North Camino Escalante Drive in Catalina Hills, Arizona. So now we're going to continue. And today is Tuesday. The 17th, 2026. I'm doing this video at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's take a look at the numbers. We didn't do that yesterday. I will do it today. So this is I didn't put the February in here. I put the Tuesday. How's that? Okay. So we have February, which is 2. This is the number 8. You see how that is? And then when we add all this up, it is 10, and it reduces to 1. So we have 10, 11. Oh, that's a master number, and we are not going to reduce that. However, for this purpose, we may, and a master number will become 2. We'll see that here in a minute because I've got something that I've done I think is very interesting. Another little bunny trail, so get ready. So yesterday I heard the word early in the morning yesterday, hesitation. Boy, if that wasn't true. Yesterday, the sheriff, Nanos, cleared family. Now, I've got something to say about that. For some reason, this doesn't set with me. And it's because of the wording that the sheriff used. If he just said, I just want to announce the family is cleared, I wouldn't have thought so much about it. But for me, in my opinion, he's had this little thing about what Ashley Banfield said. And that was when this first started, maybe 3 days in. One of her sources, trusted source for her, said that Tommaso, the son-in-law, they were looking very hard at him. We're just going to say it that way. So I think that Nanos did not like that because, boy, mainstream media and all of us here on YouTube and everybody on all the social media has just been running with it. Plus, Nanos has had this little, thing going with the FBI. And they want to announce and then they pull back. They announce and then they pull back. Let's not forget, about 3 or 4 days in, forgive my timing on that, I came in at day 3. The sheriff tore down the crime scene, took down the tape and said, oh, okay, we're just, we're not going to look at this anymore. And then that's when the FBI stepped in and said, oh, wait a minute, pal, we're putting up crime scene. We're just going to go for it. So there was a little bit of hard cheese there. Now let's fast forward to this point where he said yesterday the family was cleared. He went above and beyond to say the family, including siblings, spouses, all of that. He wanted to make a point because he thought he was going to quell all this chatter about Tommaso by saying that. Little does he know that no one really takes him for his word. Now, I'm just saying what is my opinion. That right there resonates to me as being too personal. He's getting very personal in this. And when you have a law enforcement officer that gets personal in an investigation, and he's taking things personal, as in the DNA, well, I just packaged it up and sent it down to Florida because they already have my they already have the rest of it, so they may as well have it there. I don't they may be quicker, but it's still going to have to go through Quantico. And then we have all these SWAT things going on and feds coming in, and it's just seemed like this has been videos going up, videos being taken down, they're reporting. I watched mainstream media say that one house that they had went to the SWAT with the mother and the two sons was an Airbnb. I know I wasn't dreaming when I saw that. And then you see what's happening here? Regardless if I'm right or wrong, because I want to get things right. But it's a continual say it, retract it, say it, retract it. Just like, well, sources say this is a burglary gone wrong. And this and this and this. And they think Nancy is alive. Well, I hope she is. Because I'm going to tell you, the longer time goes on, I mean, it is tick-tock. And if she's been moved, she may have been moved. But I'm going to tell you what, these people who have done this now are sitting back and cackling at what's going on here because they're seeing it all. And then we've got this joker going to TMZ, which I have an opinion. TMZ is just, the Hollywood. And ever since they laughed at that one event for Charlie Kirk, no. I don't care if you like somebody or not. No, you don't do that sort of thing. Respect that. So I almost feel as though they're trying to convince us by all this gaslighting. And I'm going to tell you something what makes these cases stand out. Just like Sebastian Wayne Rogers, just like Jean-Benet Ramsey, just like Gabby Petito, just like Jennifer Dulos, just like John O'Keefe, and there's so many more in between. The reason that they stay alive, the investigations, is because of the mainstream media and because of the YouTubers. YouTubers who are now boots on the ground, independent journalists, because one of these days, these media are going to have to walk away from this because something else is going to happen. It's going to be the flavor of the month. And unfortunately, Nancy is going to have to take a back seat. And everybody knows that. It's YouTube. It's influencers. I don't like that word. It's the creative pros of those on YouTube keeping this in the forefront, keeping it in front of people, because people can solve crimes without law enforcement. I'm not telling you to go out, and I'm certainly not telling you to get involved with an investigation, and especially an active investigation. We don't do that. I know people are watching my videos. That's great. Hello. But don't get involved. If you want to get involved, keep the awareness. That's what keeps going on, keeping the awareness. Now, there's something more. And no, I don't want to bore you with this little prologue that I've got going on, but it's important for what I'm going to show you. I don't believe this is a kidnapping. We call it that. There are words for it. I don't believe it. And the reason being is because kidnappers want ransoms. First of all, the poor woman is 84. She's 84. Her health isn't that good. She's got a pacemaker. There's particular medicine she needs. She doesn't have her phone. She's a little baby fish that's out of water. Water, okay. So there's another reason here. And they need to get to the bottom of this. Because if this were a kidnapping and there were ransoms, everybody thought about third day or fourth day in, all this ransom. And then they found out it was some clown in California. And now we've got this other person who I believe personally is a clown that is working with TMZ, Hollywood, and all this other stuff. Oh, I'm afraid. Just go to the FBI. Just go to the FBI. You don't think they're used to working with criminals? So what? You got a background. It's 10 years old. Come on. So you're going to hold back? I don't believe that Nancy is in Mexico. I believe that some of these people are the grifters that are looking for money. And quite frankly, I'm going to tell you this. If this were some type of ransom situation, Savannah doesn't have enough money. They're going to tap her out and then some. Because most that I know of, maybe a couple that was reading for in the past, they ask for exuberant amount of money. Not little, here's a 2 million, 2 million, 3. These are amateur players. So there's something behind there. Okay, now, Zelda, zip, let's go. All right, I have these out here today for a reason, my friends. And if you read my post, you already know it. Here's all the indicators of where Nancy's home is. We have an overhead. We have maps. We have even the floor plan. Here's another map. And I'm going to show you what else we did today. You see this? I tried to blow it up. It may not come out this way, but right here, let me put a line right here so you all know. And right here, that is Nancy's house. What you're looking at, yes, I get really dramatic. You see that. This is for Nancy. This is the gilded cage. This is a number 2 today. So you see why I reduced that to another 2, the 11 to another number 2. These are all the, yes, and I went in and started this so you could see. These are all the gun shops within a 13-mile radius of Nancy's house. Now this is a vibration ley line that goes through here based on numerology. Because you know there's a lot of minerals, irons, mining, all of this, and it attracts and it vibrates. So we've got this out here. Now I've got something to say, and we're going to continue on. Here we are with the numerology. You can take notes. I've got something to say about the number 40s. And first of all, I'm also going to say this. I do not feel that gun was real. I do not feel that. I think it was a prop, and you can buy those on Amazon. And if I were law enforcement, I would be looking on Amazon for anything from an air gun to whatever, a paint gun. I don't know. But I do not believe it. I do not believe it. And I'm going to tell you what, taking 40 images to, I'm looking for something in particular, taking 40 images to gun shops, that would be so overwhelming. Because quite frankly, those people that come in there will begin to start looking alike. Now, they may get a hit or two on something, but you know what this tells me? And all this DNA stuff, and they may have to put it in the codex, and they may have to do this and that and the other thing. But they ain't got nothing. Not yet. The other day we talked about the 40 ley line. The 40 ley line, it's all based on an 11 longitude. Now that is where that's adding up all the numbers. You know, you've got latitude, longitude. I added the numbers that for the location of Nancy's house. It comes up to a number 11. The 40 frequency is a number 4. It is a box or a casket. And it's the foundation. The 40 ley line is an artery. There are 40 shops that are the capillaries. Okay? So I'm going to be speaking metaphorically today in a lot of things. I don't want everybody to take me literally and be so confused. So if law enforcement is hitting 40 shops, they are inadvertently tracing the exact geometric pulse of the ley line, itself. So today we're going to be looking at that, and also I wanted to do a little bit of numerology on the signal sniffer for the pacemaker. And you know, Nancy is the pacemaker for the house. She's what kept that house going. She lived there 50 years. She's keeping that house going. 50 years reduces to a number 5 in biblical numerics. That is grace. So she has graced that doorstep, and that's how that house feels. Now here's the thing. The helicopters are using sniffers because the 11 frequency, that's what we have today, is currently leaking into this is the longitude. It is 110.9 longitude. Having an 11 master number, and I wrote it down here, is notoriously difficult to suppress. It bleeds through stone. Frequency, vibration. Now here's the thing. If that pacemaker is think of it as you getting cell phone bars, okay? You go up in the mountain, your cell phone isn't going to work as well as if you are really out in the open. If you go inside where there's heavy metal, heavy construction, heavy block, brick, or underground, it's going to be very, very hard to connect. So there can be a disruption because the 11th frequency clips and shutters and does all that stuff. So here we are. I've done all of this. I went through it today. I think I've talked to you about everything. I'm gonna continue. I go through it every day. There's mounds of numerology here. And I don't want to lose you metaphorically by talking about all the ins and outs and numbers, and because I have a tendency to go a little quicker, and that's not a good thing because all of you need to be able to understand. So now here we are, my darlings. What I'm going to do today is I want to talk to this frequency, and I laid this out here because to connect with the frequency of the house, the shops, I'm going to ask the house to speak with us. It's a long shot. Now, what you're going to see, because it's all energy, we're not speaking to any entity. I'm going to try to connect because I'm sure she didn't cover a mirror. I'm going to try to go in through a mirror. We'll see if we can connect. we're going to talk to the house. If it's gibberish, or if it doesn't want to talk, or it just gives us weird things, then we know it's off. All right? If not, okay. So let me turn this on. We're going to get going. Here we are. We're ready to go. Let me set this up here so it doesn't glare. See, we've got the iron key here. We're ready. Okay. Home. 5820 North Camino Escalante. We are here to ask you questions. And I'm asking you, if you can connect with us today, Waters, wow. Okay, I think we got a connection. What can you tell me about Waters? Now, folks, read. What am I supposed to read? This is from the last time I didn't take that off. What are we supposed to read? I'm going to let you hear the signal of this. I'll turn it off because it is annoying. Oops, pardon me. This is the signals. You hear that? And yes, it can be annoying, but that's picking up frequency. These are frequency bars. And when you hear it chirping like that, you'll be able to tell. I'm going to leave it chirp just for demonstration purposes only. All right, home. We can see that you are in, okay, you're concerned, like, all right? You like this? Okay, this is your chance to talk. What can you tell us about the early morning of February 1st? What is happening within your walls? There, we're going to turn that off now. Yeah, like, please. I know you like this. What can you tell us now about this? What and how can we help you? Nancy needs to be returned. What indicators can you give us to make this happen? Now you may hear some of this mirror some of these words back, okay? I'm looking through my documents here for a minute. Is there something that you would like to tell us? Did you see who this was that came in and disrupted Nancy? All right, I think we're getting... You see the bars grow, and when they get really red, see, you did see. Okay, okay. Now, I want you to know there's no microphone on this app, so I can't speak into it. The frequency is what will mirror. Let me grab these documents under here. Is there a certain frequency setting that I can set you on that will help? I can see. Do you recognize the energy of the person that came there for Nancy? Or can you tell us, was it just one person that you saw? Or were there multiples? Okay. I think it's getting ready. When you see the bars go up like this, when they get red, it's a lot of energy. Cord. Was there a cord cut on the... Where was the cord? Was there a cord cut on the house? On the camera? Where was the cord? Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause this for a minute because the energy is filtering through, and it takes a minute. I mean, you have to think about this. We're tuning into particular energy that is, I mean, look at the distance. I'm pretty much on the East Coast. In the South, she's, Arizona. There's a huge difference. Okay, my darlings, hang in there. I'm going to change the settings on this. I'll be right back. Pause there, my darling. Okay. Now we're going to use this ghost talker. This is the one that talks.
Cord. Watch. Anger.
Okay.
Brown. Good. Tough. Mirror. Low. Early. Work. Progress. Hot. Real.
Okay.
Habit. Husband. Deep. Peace. Summer. Red. Tour. Lesson. Comfortable. Officer. God. Influence. Habit. Wall. Blue.
Blue.
Sense. Tree. Meeting. Letter.
Wow.
Rain. Evidence. Date. Mouth. Escape. Listen. Question. Swim. Schedule. Touch. Hell. Leg. Park. Smoke. Father. Nasty. Witness. Nervous. Long. Date. Shelter. Peace.
Okay, this is house energy that we are talking to. You see mirror, you see the blue.
Judge.
I feel...
Window. Stroke. Bad. Voice. Distance.
Okay.
Green. Ticket. future, kitchen, front, bed, regret, document, open, final, female, knee, adult, arm, fall, street, blame, against, voice, miss, animal, touch, shoot, crash, date, signal, track,
Signal
song,
track. Okay.
officer, success, ground, animal, assist, street, quiet, think, tell, partner, sky, beach, conflict, seed, swim, weird, wake, surprise, desire, run, late, smile, bridge, lock, challenge, daughter, park, front, start,
Wow.
sentence, breast, walk, boy, watch, lock, mother, wood, winter, assist, officer,
Wow.
reference, male, tower, respect, spirit, finger, feel, lie, rest, decision,
I'm letting this talk.
escape, sad, maybe,
Okay, I'm going to pause it. And the reason it's going so quickly is because of the energy that we are picking up. Yeah, this is really amazing that it's doing this. Give me a second. I'm going to plug something in. I'll be right back. I'm not going to set this up. You'll see. Okay. I had to go get a drink. I've got something else I'm going to set up here. This is so much energy that I have to not use this one because it is so much. I'm going to pause it there. Let's put the other one back on. I have another one, a radar. I'm too far away. Okay, so we are here. What is it that you would like to share with us about this cord, pardon me, about the cord? Now, we did have some words in that other that I think are very important. There we go. Now you can see the words now that has come up with so far. So we're talking with the house 5820. And you know, I think every time I say the 5820, it resonates. So 5820. Do you have a name? I know you have names. You've shown me names before. Do you have a name that you can share with us that is associated with the house or with these people that took Nancy? 5820. We're here with you. We're connected. Blinding. So does that mean the cameras were taken down and it was blinding? I think so. Hi. Okay. $58.20, what was high? You mean the camera that was on the roof? Is that what you mean? Wow. Starting to get red there. Lots of energy coming through. Okay. So 5820, within your four walls, what can you tell us vibrates? Accept. Now, what is it that you accept? Did Nancy accept someone in the house? What was it that was accepted? Now you see the different colors, my darlings? Don't forget, today was the solar eclipse. It happened at 7:12 a.m. this morning Eastern. We have a new moon in Aquarius, which is the star card. And Nancy is that star card. Now let me show you something. Hide. Did Nancy try to hide? Or did the people that came in hide? You know, it's my understanding that one door was ajar and the other one was wide open. Chamber. So was she in her bedroom? Is that what you're talking about, in her chamber? Look real close here, my darling. I'll keep an eye on it. Today is the 17th in the tarot. The 17 is the star card. Nancy is the star card. In forensic numerology, is it often deep excavation? The Lovers. Can you tell me, 5820, was there a couple there? Is there a couple connected, 5820, to the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie? And there is a number 4. Number 6, that resonates with Nancy. Number 4 resonates with you, 5820. That's a house. It's a foundation. Now, this card, ladies and gentlemen, is all about this benevolent hand giving something to someone and them protecting their energy. It also can be someone who has been a little stubborn. So did she try to hide in her bedroom? Let me ask you this, 5820. Does Nancy know her captors? That is also a number 6. And this is a card of relative or someone close. Shuttle. So was it someone who gave her a ride? A shuttle. And there's the 7 of swords. Someone who thinks, look how they're looking over their shoulder. The swords are communication, are thoughts. And in this particular case, they're thinking they got away with it. House. Okay, you are the house. But is she at another house right now? The Prince of Wind and Breeze, the Page of Swords, basically the sword going off the frame of the card. An air sign. It's blustery. There's a lot of wind happening. And he's basically saying we're not done yet. I swear I can hear my own heartbeat. Okay, house. Christopher. Okay, so who would Christopher be? Now, for all of you, names coming across here does not mean any implied guilt or any implied... I'm not going to implicate anyone. And if we see a name, then okay, we see a name, okay? Doesn't mean they're guilty of anything. And it could be somebody that is around the house, surrounded the house. It could be a Chris. It could be anyone. Does Nancy know a Christopher? So this was a celebration and a number 10. What can you tell us about this? Another number 7. Well, today is the fire horse. This is a fire element. This is a card of opening doors. So are you telling us that Nancy opened the door? Did she open the door? Did she try to get out, or did she try to go through the back door? I know it's going to be difficult for you to answer. I know, folks, it's slow. But I would rather have it slow. That other one just, it was like, hello, we're here. Grab on to me, Zelda. No. So there's some must. Okay. There's some celebration cards here. And this King of Swords, another it looks like there was some communication. Whoa, look at these bars. Whoa, whoa. Rise. She must rise. So are you saying that she was in her chamber, her bedroom? She must rise? Did she know someone was outside? Did this startle her? That's amazing. Fight. Okay, so she put up a fight. Is that how she... So is that why she was injured? And you know, I got to tell you this, my darlings, with those droplets, no, they probably are not there any longer because of the rain to some extent, but they will remain. And with those droplets on the front, this house, 5820, will still resonate with that. It puts off a particular vibration. And remember, there's a lot of iron in that red stuff. There's a lot of iron in blood. And it can be picked up upon. And quite frankly, when it comes to missing persons, you look for that iron. Why am I whispering? I don't know. I think I'm trying to tell you something that not normally people will know. It gives off a certain scent, and it gives off a certain property. Okay, so this was, I think that right here, this pretty much says it all. Nancy was incapacitated and someone rushed her via. Okay. Now that's not a, I don't think that's a name. I believe that is like, they went through via this way. Here is the number 8. The number 8, my darlings, resonates in, it's an 8 vibration. And the 8 vibration are the pawn shops today and the gun shops. This Knight of Swords, do you see how blustery he is? You know, we start out with this king, and you see how things are calm. Then we're missing the queen. Things get a little more windy. This one is really windy. And then this is the Lord of Wind and Breeze. That is the Prince of Wind and Breeze. Actress. Embarrassed. Oh. So, was somebody acting? Were they embarrassed? Somebody was acting there? So, bottom line is, this is what I feel. That, you know, Nancy can't move quickly. She can't fight. She can hardly walk 50 paces. She needs a cane. So there's something else going on here. And by the way, I will tell you, I've read, I don't know if this is true, but I've read it and I've heard it, that when Nancy got home, there was no cell phone activity whatsoever. There was no, Mom, did you get home okay? There was no, I got home okay, just wanted to let you know I'm going to bed now. There was no checking the weather. There was no nothing. I think that she was caught off guard, she was incapacitated, and they rushed her. There's things that are so suspicious, and you know, I don't know if you know this, but the average length of career of this county sheriff department is 3 years. Soccer. So was this person a soccer player? There's that fire energy again. Open door. Grow. Whew, look at those those bars rather. Is she near a slope? House, is she near a slope? So my darlings, I'm going to tell you, I don't want this to go on too long. We will continue trying to talk to the house. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you. Please keep liking, subscribing. Yeah, this is slower than normal, but I want you to know, all of this, you know, this is the boring stuff. And it's the boring stuff which means so much, seriously. And you mean so much to me. I want to thank you for all your kind comments and everything. But do I think that they're going to come up with something in one of these gun shops today? I'll just give you a little look there. It's going to take them, I think, more than a day. Everything. What is everything, my darling? 5820. What is everything? Suddenly. Okay, so everything happened suddenly. Gotcha. Here comes another word. Everything happened suddenly. Okay, so now it's recalling energy. It's recalling event. That's what happens. Energy starts looping and it gets stronger. It's like tuning into the radio station that you really want. Ascend. Ooh. You know, I wonder if she got her ticket to paradise at the scene at her house. Mila and Christopher. So with that being said, my darlings, I want to thank you again. Please like and subscribe. And we'll be back very soon. We'll be back very soon. And we'll see what we can do to get some more of these. In fact, give me a second. I have a second one here. Hold on, I lied. I got a little baby one. This is the one I take out with me when I go. And we'll see if it can. There we go. We got dual. Oh, let me turn this off. House energy, we're picking up. We're picking up on you. What is it that you would like to tell us? 5820. This has the pro version. This does not. It doesn't support the pro version. But you can see the difference in the frequency wave. You see that? How fast and quickly it's going. Oops, there's a notification came through. I forgot about the notifications. There we go. Here we are. There's a word coming. Participant. Deborah. Wow. Giving us names today. Giving us names. Look at those bars. Harmony. I want to put a card over here just in case, because I do have notifications that come through. Sensation. Classical. Oh, this one's going quicker. And I think it's capturing more energy. Why didn't I do that before? We'll do it again, though, my friends. Thanks so much. I don't want to make this too long. I don't want to give you fatigue. This will drain you. Hang in there. Thanks. And if I see anything, sell. Okay. Somebody had a cell near. A cell is near. So did somebody else have a cell phone that was near? See how interesting this is? This is house energy, my darlings. House, 5820 North Camino Escalante. This says classical right here. Happily. All right, my darlings. If this were me, I can sit here all day. Leah. Authorize. Amazing. All right, darlings. Thank you so much. I'll be back, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.